Hello and welcome back to the channel. Arsenal obviously not in action, or the Arsenal men's team are not in action this weekend. So it's sort of a bit of a quiet time from that point of view ahead of the Paris Saint-Germain game. But a lot of people sort of talking about transfers and the like, and I've tended to stay away from the sort of transfer rumour mill, even when they're being reported by reputable journalists. Sort of linking players to Arsenal, because at this moment in time it's just speculation, and don't expect to see the sort of deals sort of done at this point, with the transfer window not open and the season still continuing. But I do want to touch on a story today that about Victor Osimhen that Fabrizio Romano released. Now, Arsenal, we know, are going to be in the market for a striker this summer. That's quite clear. And while Victor Osimhen isn't necessarily the most linked striker with Arsenal this summer, I think the background around this story really provides a little bit of a note for caution ahead of the summer, and where Arsenal fans will need to look at how things are going to work this summer. So Victor Osimhen has I think a 75 million euro release clause, so 60, just over 60 million pounds release clause. And he is on big money at Napoli, that he is apparently unwilling to take a pay cut to join other teams. And Fabrizio Romano was reporting that this means that talks about him leaving Napoli, going to specific clubs, particularly in England, are not progressing or advanced as necessarily being reported. And the reason for this is because financially it is becoming unaffordable for teams. £60 million plus is an affordable outlay for many teams in England, and England is clubs are, generally speaking, one of the richest around. Very few teams in Europe can sort of match their spending power. And as I say, that is affordable because they can put it over many years. But his wages are what actually are causing the issue. So if he wants the sort of 12 million after tax, clubs are going to have to pay him near enough double that, which is around about £450,000 a week, give or take. I've taken a little bit off because it's not quite double for the tax purposes, but near enough is. And as a result of that, actually, that is quite a significant outlay for him. And I think this is pricing him out of a move in the summer, because if the squad, and many of the squads after last year's quiet summer, are going to need more work than usual this summer, because they didn't do so much last year. Manchester City, very little in the summer transfer window, did a lot in January, which might help. Liverpool, no signings essentially because they sent him out on loan. Arsenal did other two on loan. So if you're trying to make, 4, 5, 6 signings work in one window, can you afford that outlay on Victor Osimhen, particularly with those wage demands? I suspect not, and it could well price him out of a move. And that financial stuff is important, and Arsenal will need to consider it. I'll speak to you soon.